Always a favorite amongst the addicts is Just Nick, but let's see how Just Nick can fare against somebody with the size and power that Big Luther possesses. And for the MPX addicts, our very first look at Big Luther here in our opening match of Last Call.
Tyler, again, just 1 week away from the Texas Rumble. We're going to hear a lot of names confirmed for the Rumble, and I've got the first one for you. I can confirm that Big Luther himself has already been entered into next week's Texas Rumble.
Well, that changes the landscape for a lot of the field that's going to enter that Texas Rumble. Just looking at Big Luther here in just the first couple of seconds of his debut match in MPX, you can see he's going to be a problem in the Texas Rumble match next week.
You see the power of Luther just tossing Just Nick with ease. You mentioned that big main event, Angel Camacho, Kari Wright for the MPX Championship. We've got another debut later on tonight. Jasmine Howe will go one-on-one with the women's champion title on the line. Angela Armstrong, look at that huge shoulder tackle.
Just Nick maybe regretting signing the contract for this one to be Big Luther's first MPX opponent.
And Luther charging in, Nick out of the way, and Nick has to use his speed to his advantage. And that leaping enziguri catching Luther in the shoulder. And now Nick charging in again.
And right into the hands of Big Luther.
And just tossing Nick into the corner. With that double overhanded chop. Has Nick collapsing to the mat.
You can see the look on the face of Just Nick, just how exactly that felt. Those big paws of Big Luther right across the chest as Nick trying to throw the elbows into the midsection, doing anything he can to get away.
And that clubbing forearm down across the chest. We talked about mysteries. We don't know who Brick Savage's opponent is for the Prospect title. Tag titles will be online. The Scorn defending against Tommy Becker. We don't know who his tag team partner is. Who knows what's going on through the mind of Tommy Becker? He might not even have chosen a partner.
Hey, known kidnapper, Tommy Becker. We haven't seen him in action in months now. Coming in for a tag team title shot with a mystery partner. Who's going to want a team with Tommy Becker against the 5-time MPX Tag Team Champions, The Scorn?
And again, look at that power. Oh, my God. This man, Luther, has not left his feet.
Just Nick so far not able to make any kind of dent in the armor of Big Luther. Nick doing anything he can to try to back off Big Luther, at least for a second. For a jawbreaker there, he's got him stunned. See if Just Nick can find a way to capitalize.
And Nick went for a clothesline. Not a good idea as Luther stops him in his tracks. Oh. Huge headbutt.
Just Nick, he likes to throw in those diving headbutts here and there. It's one of the trademarks of Just Nick, and Big Luther, I think, just one-upped him there with that one.
And now Luther showing off that power. Vertical suplex. And name of this, Luther hasn't even tried to win this match yet. He's just toying with Just Nick here.
You look at Big Luther, I don't think he's even broken a sweat so far.
Very slow and methodical, just pacing around Nick. He's having fun. He's showing the MPX addicts what he's all about.
Big Luther putting his name into the Texas Rumble. 30 competitors next week, and if you're the other 29, you got to be watching this right now and thinking, what am I getting into next week?
And that huge body slam.
It's not often a newcomer, you could say, going into a match like that is a favorite, but I'm looking at Big Luther right now, and I'm saying this guy's a favorite next week in the Texas Rumble.
Well, Luther, he could win this match right now if he wanted to. Now charging in. Huge splash, nobody home.
Fortunate for Just Nick there to get out of the way of that splash.
That could have been the end of Just Nick there.
Not just this match either. Just in general, the end of Just Nick.
But Nick, he's got to battle back. He's got to stay on Luther as he's down on one knee. And now Nick several right hands. Luther creating some distance. And that leaping forearm. Luther still on his feet, misses with the right hand. That roaring elbow from Nick. Super kick now. Is Luther going to go down?
Just Nick's throwing his best shots here at Big Luther.
And Nick now out on the apron. What's he looking for here? Brings himself back in. Went for that clothesline. And Luther, oh my God, look at the power.
That is pressing him up over his head.
Almost up to the ceiling, into that world's strongest slam, and that could be it.
Emphatically,
Here
it's
is
over.
your winner,